Have you ever wondered what the Toronto Maple Leafs season would be like with a six-player center on the roster? Well, the latest news indicates that the team is looking for reinforcements before the negotiation deadline, and this could completely change the team's dynamics. The need for a player who not only contributes in attack, but who also has defensive responsibility, is a priority that management has identified for some time. Stay tuned, as this move could be what's needed to take the Leafs to the next level this season. If you want to know more about who this reinforcement could be and how this will impact the team, subscribe to the channel and leave your like so you don't miss any updates. The Toronto Maple Leafs are gearing up for what could be a pivotal move before the March 7th trade deadline. According to Chris Johnston from The Athletic, the team is actively looking to acquire a middle six center. This is a clear indication of their management's desire to bolster their roster, particularly in a position that has been identified as a need for some time now. This is fantastic news for Leafs fans, isn't it? We've all felt the pressure mounting as the team has struggled with depth beyond their top lines. Max Domi, while a solid player, seems better suited to a wing position rather than anchoring a center role. The recent chemistry we've seen from the new third line with Nick Robertson and Bobby McMann has been impressive offensively. But let's be honest, the defensive lapses are noticeable and need addressing. Now the trade market is still taking shape. We're not yet sure which teams will be sellers as the playoffs approach, but some intriguing names have emerged. Brock Nelson from the New York Islanders could be a significant target if they fall out of playoff contention. On the other hand, Yanni Gourde from the Seattle Kraken is reportedly open to waiving his modified no-trade clause for a move to Toronto should his team decide to sell. It's also worth mentioning Jonathan Toews. While he's not a rental target, Frank Saravalli of Daily Faceoff has indicated that the Leafs are keeping an eye on him as he attempts to make a comeback. The idea of adding a player of Toews' caliber, even as he navigates his return, adds another layer to the excitement. However, there's a notable trend here. Elliot Friedman has mentioned that the Leafs prefer to acquire a center with term on their contract. This doesn't completely rule out rental players, but the preference clearly leans towards a player they can retain beyond this season. This could change the dynamics of what the Leafs are willing to give up in a trade. Now, thinking about the implications of these moves, if the Leafs can successfully add a reliable center, it could dramatically alter their playoff chances. Imagine the depth they'd gain, allowing their superstars to focus on what they do best without the added pressure of carrying the team. A solid middle six center would not only improve the team's overall performance, but also provide much-needed support during high-pressure playoff games. But here's where I find myself torn. Are we truly confident that this is the right path? The management has shown a willingness to make moves, but we've seen before how these decisions can either propel a team forward or lead to disappointment. The stakes are high, and the clock is ticking. I can't help but wonder if the Leafs can find the right fit, someone who will seamlessly integrate into the team dynamic while elevating their game. And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Do you believe the Leafs will make the right move before the deadline? Who do you think they should target? The excitement is palpable, but so are the nerves. The pressure is on the management to execute this well, and as fans, we're all invested in the outcome. As we approach the March 7th deadline, my hope is that the Leafs make a move that not only addresses our immediate needs, but also sets us up for a deep playoff run. It's been far too long since we've seen this team go deep into the postseason, and adding a strong middle six center could be the key to unlocking that potential. Max Domi has found himself in the spotlight again, but not for the reasons we'd hope. The NHL player safety has imposed a $5,000 fine on him for a reckless elbow to Garnet Hathaway during the recent game against the Philadelphia Flyers. This incident unfolded early in the third period when Hathaway was trying to transition the puck away from his zone. Domi's timing was off, and his elbow collided with Hathaway's head, resulting in a minor penalty for elbowing. Now, this fine is the maximum allowed under the collective bargaining agreement for an interference infraction. Fans of the Leafs might breathe a sigh of relief that this didn't lead to more severe disciplinary action, especially considering Domi's history. This marks his fifth punishment from the player safety department, with the most recent being a similar $5,000 fine for an incident involving Mark Stone during the 2023 playoffs. Domi has faced suspensions in the past, the last one dating back to 2018 when he threw a punch at Aaron Ekblad, costing him the final 5 games of the preseason. Now the open question remains: Was this elbow a retaliatory act following Hathaway's earlier altercation with Jake McCabe, which left McCabe nursing an upper body injury? One has to wonder if Domi's frustration boiled over in the heat of the moment. As the Leafs prepare to face the Flyers again soon, I can't help but think there could be more fireworks on the ice. Turning to Domi's performance on the ice, it's been an interesting season thus far. He started slow, struggling to find the back of the net, but has since found his groove playing alongside Nick Robertson and Bobby McMann. Domi is known for his playmaking ability and tenacity, and it's clear that he's quickly becoming a fan favorite, especially with his deep-rooted connection to the franchise through his father, T. The team is still on the lookout for a center to deepen their roster, but Domi has shown he can step up as an improvised third-line center when needed. His recent extension, a 4-year deal with an average annual value of $375 million, suggests the organization sees value in what he brings to the table. Currently, he has 14 points, consisting of 3 goals and 11 assists in 33 games, making him the 9th highest scorer on the team. As we look at the Leafs' strategic moves, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. Domi's presence adds depth, but his discipline issues raise flags. Do you think this is the right path forward? Honestly, I'm torn. The fine is a clear signal that the league is watching, and as a fan, I expect our players to maintain their composure and focus. But let's not forget the emotional aspect of being a Leafs fan. We've been through ups and downs, and every decision made affects our hopes and dreams for a championship. Each game, each fine, each play, it all adds up. In the grand scheme of things, Domi's play can be a game changer, but we need him to play smart. So, what's next for the Leafs? The upcoming match against the Flyers could be crucial. Will Domi channel his frustrations positively, or will we see more penalties? The stakes are high, and every point counts as we inch closer to the playoff picture. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you confident that Domi can shake off this fine and focus on contributing positively to the team? Or do you think this will be a recurring issue? Let's keep this conversation going, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything Toronto Maple Leafs. Activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates delivered straight to you. Your passion fuels this community, and I can't wait to hear what you all think.